Everybody, make your way back to your mat. Make yourself comfortable in Shavasana if you'd like. I will ring my bowl to just signal the beginning of our class. So just come to a comfortable place, perhaps in Shavasana, just settling in on your mat, beginning to let go of what came before this and what will come after, and just dropping into this present moment, perhaps taking a big inhalation through your nose and out through your mouth as you relax your shoulders down, relax the back body down, just releasing and letting go of anything that no longer serves you. Beginning to tune into your breath, just watching your breath. As you inhale, watch it come in all the way through the nasal passages, the back of the throat, the chest, the belly. And as you exhale, just allow the breath to just flow freely, perhaps warmed by your body, and just notice without trying to change it. Just following it all the way in. Nice inhale and all the way out. You could come to your home base if you'd like. You might want to count on the inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then on the exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On your exhales, allow your body to sink a little deeper into the mat. If you would like to just watch the rise and fall of the chest or belly, that's another way to kind of help us tune into our breath. Just simply watching the chest or belly rise. You can even place a hand on your heart center and on your belly to bring your attention even more so towards the breath. And just simply watch, be an observer. No need for you to control your breath in any way. Just watch it. On each exhalation, just allow yourself to relax and sink a little deeper. And if your mind begins to wander, as everyone's does, just allow the thoughts to be there. And you can even watch them float by on clouds. Just allow the thoughts to be there. And then as soon as you notice those thoughts have floated by, return again to the breath. And at this moment, notice where you are. Notice where your body holds tension, or perhaps your body feels relaxed, but just notice the body, how you're beginning this practice today. Being aware of how our body feels, how our mind, our emotions are, helps us to better help ourselves during the rest of our day. If we know how we feel, then we can help ourselves by focusing on our breath and relaxing. We might consider setting an intention today, because our focus is going to be on receiving the good that the universe has to offer. So we're going to think about just taking in the good, receiving the good, and letting anything negative or things that don't nurture our body, mind, and soul, just letting those things go, but taking in the good. And this kind of connects what being in the moment means. If we are in the moment and we can notice things, we'll notice the good that there is. If we're so busy that we're not connected with the present moment, a lot of the beautiful, good things that are right in front of us, we just disregard or never even notice. So I guess also slowing down is another, we're able to kind of slow down now, during these warm days. So finding some stillness and just noticing things around us and leaving the negative away from us. We don't need it. Okay, so let's just begin by floating our arms up over our heads. And we'll just stretch out through our fingertips and stretch out for our toes, kind of in a gentle fashion as we begin. Maybe even wiggling the shoulders up towards the ears and wiggling the fingers, wiggling the toes, maybe moving them back and forth. And just noticing how your body is feeling. No need to really do anything dramatic here, just notice. And then we're going to turn our heads this time towards the right, resting our right ear on the mat. So we're just getting like a little gentle neck and shoulder stretch here. And just allow the right ear to just kind of rest on the mat. Take a nice deep breath here. In through the nose, out through the mouth. And then return your head to center and bring your left ear towards the mat. Take a nice deep breath here. In through the nose and out through the mouth as you settle in. Return your head to center. Interlace your fingers and bring them behind your head. Bend your knees, placing your soles of your feet on your mat. And all we're going to do here without straining our neck is we're just going to engage our core. So kind of bring the belly button in and up. And we're just going to lift our head and shoulders off the mat. And as we lift, we'll exhale. So we're just going to lift the head and shoulders straight up, like lift the nose up towards the sky. And exhale on the lift. Squeeze the abs. So we're just going to create a little warmth, waking up the abs. Try not to strain or, kind of pull the neck. Just allow the head and shoulders to come up using the ab muscles. And the elbows are out wide. So use your breath to support you, help you. Squeeze when you get up to the top. Squeeze the abs. Stop at any time. And when you do finally stop, just float your hands, your arms up above your head. I'm not really counting here. I'm just listening to my own body. I'm just trying to bring a little heat to my abs, but I'm not going to any point where I'm uncomfortable. I'll probably be stopping in a couple of stop. And I'll just float my arms overhead. You can straighten the legs out. And we'll just come into a full body stretch again. So we'll walk our shoulders up towards our ears. And we'll stretch out through our fingers, stretch out through our toes. You can bring a little bit of tension. And then we release down. We'll bend our legs again, placing our soles of our feet on the mat. And our arms can be up overhead or cactus arms. And we're just going to gently rock the knees from side to side, like windshield wipers. Just use the breath, remembering inhale the knees to center, exhale them down. We're not forcing anything, we're just kind of bringing some lubrication to the hip joints gently. Use the breath. So think about today's practice, just receiving all that's good. You know, we bring our attention to the beautiful, to the good, to the kind people around us, and we let go of any negativity, anything that does not serve us or make us better people. The next time we bring our knees up to center, we'll float our arms down. We'll send our right leg out straight and bring our left knee in towards our chest, relaxing our shoulders and using our breath to draw the left knee a little closer to our chest on each exhale. So just bringing some flexibility to that hip joint. And then you can bring the knee out wide. You can even rotate that foot, that left foot around. And then return the knee to center. Send that left leg out straight and bring the right knee in towards the chest. Just use your breath to draw that right knee in on each exhale. Notice if you're clenching your jaw, and allow your jaw to relax. If your facial muscles are tight, just allow the facial muscles to just rest, release. Notice how your shoulders are, away from your ears is what we're looking for. No need to be tense. Bring the knee out to the right now, up towards your shoulder, perhaps rotating your ankle. Rotate it one way and maybe the opposite direction also. Just relax everything in the body. The only thing we're really bringing a little tension to is the knee, the thigh. We're kind of drawing it in. Bring the knee back up to center. Send the legs out straight. Float the arms up overhead again. Walk the shoulders up towards the ears. Stretch out to the fingertips. Stretch out to the toes again. Enjoy that full body stretch. Just feel the entire length of the body. Fingertips, crown of the head, all the way down to the toes. And then we'll float the arms down by our sides again, and our legs, and we'll just inhale and then drop the knees to the right. We'll look away from the knees if it's comfortable, and just take 2 or 3 nice, relaxing breaths here. Nice long exhales. Inhale the knees to center. Exhale the knees left. Look away from the knees again, if that works for you. And take 2 or 3 nice deep inhales again and exhales. Inhale your knees to center. Bring the knees in towards your chest and rock from side to side. Bring your hands behind your thighs to roll up to boat, or you can turn to your side and push yourself up. If you come up to boat, you can have straight legs or bent legs to see if you can find some balance. Engaging your core. Just engage in the core, finding some balance. And then we'll come to Sukhasana, or easy pose. Just rock from side to side on your sit bones. Feel the earth underneath you. We'll bring our hands to lotus. So we're going to bring our pinky fingers together and our thumbs together and bring our thumbs to our heart center. So our other fingers are open like a lotus flower. So as we sit in Sukhasana, perhaps we might think about closing our eyes and thinking about the intention we may want to have through this practice of receiving all that is good and beautiful into our lives and letting go of anything that no longer serves us. So take 2 nice cleansing breaths here. Breathe in the good and the beautiful, and let go on the exhale of anything that no longer serves you. Inhale the good and the beautiful, receive it, and exhale that which we no longer need or want. Bring your hands to Anjali Mudra, which is prayer pose. And then bring your hands, you can flutter your eyes open, bring your hands to your knees, and we'll just do some head rolls. We'll drop our chin to our chest and just gently roll our head around mindfully, just noticing any areas that need a little extra attention, and just toggle the head back and forth, any place that needs a little extra. Our goal is to just be mindful, have awareness of areas of tightness or tension, and then being able to alleviate that tension by just gently stretching. We're not trying to force anything. We're not judging ourselves either. If we have some tension, just observe it, notice where it is, and maybe go back and forth as you move your head back and forth, and perhaps it'll release. The more we try to force, we're kind of doing the opposite of what we want to do. We're trying to just let go of the negative, of the tension, and just bring in good, beautiful relaxation. So make sure that you have reversed your direction at some point. And there's no right or wrong. Just move your head around in a direction that feels good to you. Once you come back to neutral, you might consider just turning and looking over one shoulder, looking back behind you, and then gently coming to center and looking back the other way, over the other shoulder, and coming back to center. We'll extend our right arm out with palm facing up, and we'll sweep that hand up over our head, placing it on our left ear, and we'll drop our right ear towards our right shoulder. The hand is just a little extra help, helping gravity bring the ear down a little bit. We can take that left hand and walk it away from our bodies so we get that nice stretch down the left side. And again, we're very gentle on this. Make sure that we're breathing, we're not holding our breath. And then inhale up to center as we take that hand off. And then we'll extend the left hand, palm facing up, sweep it up and over our head, placing it on our right ear. Drop the left ear towards the left shoulder, and then walk the right fingers away. And just feel a gentle stretch down the right side of our neck. And we're still letting our breath flow freely. And then inhale as we release back to center. We'll take that right arm across our body. You can kind of pull the right arm towards our body with the left kind of elbow. Just kind of pull it, towards our chest. So we're getting a stretch in the back of our shoulders. We're breathing. And then we'll release that, and we'll bring the left arm across our body and draw it towards our chest using our forearm. Feel the stretch. And release. We'll shrug our shoulders up, back, and down. So just make some shoulder circles. We'll go maybe 3 times back, and then we'll reverse. Just notice how the shoulders are feeling. Notice how the back is feeling. And we'll come to stillness. We'll send our legs out in a big V, nice and wide. We'll flex our feet, pressing the backs of our legs into the mat. And I guess I should say here, you can have your legs bent a little bit if straight doesn't feel comfortable. And then inhale the arms up, extend through your fingertips, and we're going to fold at the hip crease as we lower ourselves forward. You lead with the chin and the chest. And just come down where you land. And just take a few breaths here. And really press the legs down into the mat if you feel like doing that. It feels kind of good to me, but listen to your own body. Continue to let the breath flow. And then we'll inhale back to center, and we're going to make our way gracefully to table. So we'll come with our wrists underneath our shoulders, our knees underneath our hip points. Look back through your knees, and if you see your feet, just move them so they're behind your knees. And we'll just come into a nice easy cat-cow. So we'll inhale as we drop the belly, push away from the mat with our hands as we look up. And then we'll exhale, bring our belly button towards our spine, really push away from your mat as you land onto your back on the exhale. And then drop the belly, inhaling as you gaze up or forward. And then exhale, rounding back, pushing away from your mat. And we'll do this one more time. Drop the belly as we inhale. Really feel the flexibility in the spine. And then exhale, round the back, and really push away from the mat. Really exaggerate the rounding of the back. Feel the back muscles spread. And then come to a neutral table again. We'll kick the right hip out and look back at that right hip. Come back to neutral, and we'll kick the left hip out and look back at the left hip. We'll do that one more time. Kick the right hip out, look at it. Come back to neutral, kick the left hip out, look back at it. Come back to neutral. And we're just going to bring our opposite elbow to our opposite knee. And then when we stretch out, we'll just hold the arm and leg up, extended from our body. So we'll crunch in, opposite knee to opposite elbow, extend the arm and the leg, and just hold for a breath. Bring it in again, exhaling, kick it out, hold for a breath. Kick it in again, crunch it in. And then exhale, long, stretching the fingertips and the toes away. And then bring the hand and the knee down to the mat. And we'll do the opposite leg and arm, elbow. So bring the elbow and the knee together. Exhale them out, hold for a breath. Crunch in, elbow to knee on the exhale. And then extend long, holding for a breath. And one more time, elbow to knee. And then extend out and hold for a breath. And then gracefully bring hand and knee down to the mat. We're going to bring our right foot in between our hands and walk our left knee back. So low lunge here. You can stay just as you are, kind of sinking into that right hip. Or you can bring your hands into lotus mudra and come up and bring thumbs to heart center. Just sink into that right hip, pressing into the shoelaces of the left foot, relaxing our shoulders. On an inhale, we can raise our lotus flower up towards the sky, receiving what is good. If you're just down in low lunge, you can just think about receiving what is good. And then bring the hands to heart center. Bring the left hand down to the mat, palm to the mat. And then inhale the right arm up towards the sky for a twist, a low lunge twist. As you look up at the right thumb, or you can just look up straight. Exhale that hand down. We'll come to table again, and we're just going to walk our hands in that rainbow over to the other side. So we'll take that left knee between the hands and walk the right knee back, kind of sinking into that left hip. And you can stay just as is, just stretching that left hip joint out, or you can bring your hands to lotus and bring the thumbs to the heart center, sinking into that left hip, and then inhaling the arms up towards the sky, accepting all that is good and beautiful, having an open heart, an open mind. Bring the hands down. Place the hands on the mat. Bring the right palm to the floor. And then inhale that left hand up towards the sky, gazing up with the left thumb, or gazing sideways. And release the hand to the mat. We'll bring that left foot back to meet the right foot. So we're in table again. Spread the fingers nice and wide, and we're going to either come up onto the toes for plank, or you can come onto the knees for plank, half plank. So if you're up on your toes, push into your heels, push into your hands, push like away from your mat, and we'll just hold plank for a little bit. Keep the breath flowing. Push into the heels, engage the abs, the core. And then we're going to come into down dog. So push into down dog. You can pedal your feet, pedal your knees or your legs. Come up onto your toes and settle the heels towards the mat. They don't have to touch. Press the back of the calves towards the mat and the back of the thighs towards the mat. Press into the heels of your hands, back of all 10 knuckles, and hang out in down dog if it's comfortable. And then we're going to walk our feet towards our hands so that we come up, or actually stay down here in Uttanasana. Pressing the hands into the calves, come up to half forward fold, a flat back. Exhale down, bending your knees generously is fine and comfortable, resting the torso on the knees. And then we will inhale, reverse swan dive, up to standing, extending our fingertips up towards the sky. Turn our palms away from each other and float the hands down. Rocking from side to side, we'll find Tadasana. We're going to come into Warrior Two now. So we're going to bring our left foot so that the toes are pointing towards the short end of the mat. The back foot is parallel to the mat. Okay, so find a nice firm base. And then we'll inhale the arms up so that they're parallel to the earth as we exhale and gaze out over our middle front finger. So just feel your Warrior Two. Notice, you're feeling strong and steady. Are you kind of leaning forward or leaning back? See if you can settle into a nice, comfortable warrior. And the more we do it, the more comfortable we are. Okay, so that knee is over the ankles. We don't want to hyperextend. Relaxing our shoulders. So we don't want our shoulders up. We want to relax our shoulders down. We're going to bring our left elbow to our front knee, and then we're going to kind of windmill our top arm so that the fingertips are pointing towards the same direction as the crown of our head. And we can look up at the inner elbow crease if that's comfortable. So extend those fingertips away and press into the back knife edge of the back foot. Keep the breath flowing. Feel that stretch down the whole top side of your body. We'll come back up to Warrior Two, pressing in kind of evenly to the big toe of the front foot and the knife edge or the heel of the back foot. Relax shoulders. Come into extended side angle again, front elbow to front knee. Extend that arm over your head and really stretch through the fingertips and press into the back heel. We're going to turn our torso now and bring our hands to the mat. We can bring that knee down, that back knee down, and the shoelace slide down. And we're just going to come onto like a runner stretch. So that front heel, that left heel, press into the mat as we kind of lean forward towards the front, the left knee. We'll bring our hands to the front of the mat, bring our leg behind us, our left leg behind us, as we kind of rainbow our hands around to the other side. So we'll press our palms into the mat, curl our toes under, and come into down dog again. Just press into the heel of the hands and press the back of the calves and the thighs towards the back of the mat. And then we're going to walk our hands towards our feet. Roll ourselves up to standing, and we'll take our Warrior Two to the other side. So we're going to send our right toes towards the short end of the mat and the left foot parallel to the back of the mat. We'll inhale the arms up, parallel, and exhale and bend the front knee. keeping it over the ankle, gazing out at that middle front finger, extending the fingertips away from one another. So this hand and this hand are extending away. We're getting a nice opening of the chest. Relax the shoulders. Keep the breath flowing. Bring that front elbow down to the front knee and extend the top hand so that it's pointing in the direction of the crown of the head. Gaze up at that inner elbow crease if it's comfortable. Feel the stretch from the fingertips all the way down that left side body down to the back heel. Front knee is bent. Come back up to warrior two. Bring that front elbow to the knee again for extended side angle. Bring the hands down to frame that foot. Bring the back knee down. We'll come to our knees gracefully. We'll bring ourselves down to our bellies. Placing our hands next to our shoulders on each side of our face. Bring our forehead down to the mat. Bring our elbows in towards the body. Press into the tops of the feet, the pubic bone, and on an inhale, bring yourselves up to cobra. Exhale down. Do that one more time. Elbows tight in towards the body, pressing into the feet. On an inhale, up to cobra. If this isn't comfortable, you can do baby cobra down much lower. Exhale down. Bring yourself gracefully to your back. Walk your heels in towards your bottom. Press into the soles of your feet. Your feet are about hip width apart. And on an inhale, lift your hip points up towards the sky or bridge. Press into the feet, the soles of the feet, into the shoulders. Exhale down. Bring the knees into the chest now and rock from side to side. You can place your hands on your kneecaps and just make some circles on the ceiling, going one way and then the opposite way. And when you're ready, you can bring yourself to Shavasana. And once you are in Shavasana, just begin to settle in. Just make yourself comfortable. Let go. Allow yourself to be heavy on the mat. A good time to thank yourself for making the time, your body, your mind, your spirit, all the good you did for yourself and for others, because when you're feeling good, your best, and you're able to be your best for others. So you help everyone by nurturing yourself. So just return to your breath by just watching the rise and fall of the chest, or even counting 5 inhales and 5 exhales. Even saying to yourself, I inhale, I exhale. I'm going to bring my hands to lotus. May your heart and mind be open and ready to receive all that is good and beautiful. Namaste. And before you get up, I will ring my bowl, make it sing for you. And I hope everybody has a great day. Try to stay cool. It's going to be warm. Drink iced tea. Drink lots of water after our practice.